Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today I thought I'd share with you some of the things that I've learned to help you take better photos. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, I don't have a DSLR, You don't need a DSLR. You can take better photos with your phone. Yeah, with your phone. So the things that I'm gonna share are things that can be applied anywhere. As long as you're taking a photo, these things are gonna help you up your game. And you know we're all about upping our game. So I thought it was a good idea to share with you guys some of the things that I have recently learned, and hopefully in teaching you guys I get to understand it better. So the first thing I'd like to look at is composition. Now, this is not the ordinary composition you're used to hearing. In photography, composition is how you compose your shot. Compose your shot in that what really made you take that photograph. What was interesting in that photo? What was of importance in that photo? So this is really gonna help you guys up your game and really take your photos to the next step. Composition is very important because it helps the viewer understand or digest the image better. So if someone else other than you looks at the photo, they won't struggle to understand what it was or its importance. So if you use it properly, it's really going to help people better understand your photos, get your photos easily without a thought. If you think of the most famous photo that you can think of, in my head, straight off, I'm thinking of the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa is the most famous painting that I know about, was framed that way for a reason. Yes, it's a painting and not a photograph, but still the same elements apply. So the person who painted the Mona Lisa had a specific reason why he painted it that way, so that everyone that looks at it doesn't really take a lot of time to recognize or to digest it. It's like, yeah, that's the Mona Lisa. So if you apply what I'm gonna show you, it's gonna help your photos get understood better and easier, and in turn make you a better photographer, even with your phone. So this creature composition, what's it about? How do we go about it? There are guides to show you what to do and what to look out for, but keep in mind that photography is like any other art. You don't have to do anything. You can be creative, you can not follow these things and still get awesome photos. But these are really just there to guide you through the process. And they're not really, you don't really have to follow them letter by letter, but you can be creative with it. Because photography, just like any other art, is creative. So be creative. The first and most common guide that people really like following in their photography is the rule of thirds. What's the rule of thirds, you may ask? Now, the easiest way to understand the rule of thirds, when you look at a frame, think of 3 lines horizontally and 3 lines vertically. Okay? So those 3 lines fill up the whole frame. Now, this is the rule of thirds because usually, I say usually because you don't have to specifically do this. Usually, you put the most important elements of the image either along these lines or at the intersections of each line. The result would be a good composition. A good composition in that anyone that's viewing this image is really just attracted to what's important first. So you don't have to hunt around to get to know what was this person trying to think of when they were taking this photo. You just look at the photo and immediately you know what's important. So that's the rule of thirds. Another guide that can easily up your photo game is using reflections. Now reflections can be from anything, from mirrors, from car doors, from rivers, or just anything reflective. If you can be able to mirror your image on the reflection, guaranteed that's a win. Another guide that's commonly used is symmetry. Now as the name suggests, symmetry is anything that is similar. Anything occurring in doubles or triples or anything more than that. A good example is a bridge that has rails going along, or anything that just has repetition is a really good element to put in a photo. Another thing you should be looking out for is leading lines. Now, leading lines is anything that goes along or across, might be a road, might be a rail, just anything that you can use. These things occur anywhere and everywhere. So if you can be able to get into that creative mindset, I'm 100% sure you can be able to spot these things and take good photos. Another good guide is the use of depth of field. Now, I know not most people have the fanciest camera around, but the most recent smartphones have these settings. Now, the depth of field, what I mean by depth of field is the main subject is in focus while everything behind is out of focus. So that's depth of field. So if you can use depth of field creatively, you can get awesome photos easily. Now, some phones might not be good at this, but if yours is capable of this, try using it. Not just on selfies, but on other subjects. Another popular guide that is really famous on Instagram is using a frame within a frame. I wonder if you've ever seen these photos where it's let's say a ring, then through the ring you can see a second subject. It's just using a frame within a frame. So if you can shoot through something, it's a plus. Now, these next ones require you to be a bit more attentive to your environments because they occur almost anywhere. The first one being diagonals and triangles. Try to look at the edge of buildings or where two buildings intersect, or just anything that makes a shape when it comes together. These are really good elements to put in a photo. Another one being patterns. Patterns are almost everywhere. If you can be able to implement patterns in your photo, you're good. Another good guide is balancing elements. Now, let's say you're following the rule of thirds and you've put the most important thing on one side of the frame. Well, the rest of the frame is just empty, so the photo might look void or not full, if you know what I mean. So you can try and also put in frame something smaller or of lesser value in the frame, just to balance it out so that it's not just one side that has elements, that the full frame is just balanced. So that's also a good guide that you may follow. That's all for this video. I hope you really learned something new. If you did, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Until next time, peace.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, hope you're having a great day and welcome back. Today, I thought I'd share some of the things that I've learned with... Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today, I thought I'd share some of the things that I've learned. This is really gonna help you guys up your game and really take your photos to the next step. As I've understood it, is how you compose your shots. What makes you... What is of importance in this frame? Now, what really made you take this picture? Maybe it was a dog that was passing by, or a plane, or whatever.